right. There we go. Oh, that's not going to work. Let's see. What kind of angle are we looking for here? That's not so bad. Still a little low. So I'm going to fix that. Yep, we're still kind of working out the peanut butter and crackers here. This guy can just, there we are. All right, we should be good to go soon. Bear with me a moment. Just locking down some final details. Trying to remember how all this works. All right, so we're gonna get this going. Yep, turn it down. Oh man, run out of power there. Probably gonna have to borrow a power source. Okay. All right. There we go. I have to see my iPad a little bit, but no one really cares, right? Oh, no, now it's too that way. Let's get a little bit of that back. Nobody minds, right? Is that better? That's better. Okay. And I'm not going to be picky about the lighting. Right. Here we go. It's looking good. All right. All right. There are words I say a lot, and apparently that's one of them. So, ahoy everybody watching now or later. I'm going to set that down for a moment. We're going to be opening this game very soon because it's come to us for review, but we cannot review it until we play it. We cannot play it until we open it, and it's still absolutely sealed inside. So we're going to have to do something about that, which is why I've summoned you all here today. Yes. And cheers to you and to anyone in the future that may be stopping by, because this is necessary work and it takes many hands. All right. Well, let's see. First of all, this is a Funko Games game. They've been doing some neat stuff, and this is among them. And Halloween flavored stuff. That's really what we're on the hunt for right now. Obviously, we've got our full October mode thing going on. So we've been hunting down things to talk about other than Halloween Simpsons. There's nothing wrong with Treehouse of Horror. In fact, it's been a very challenging project, but we're really about the games here. Great night and party games, ain't it just? And good to see you, matey. Cheers, yar. I've been to Disney on both coasts. Disney World, Disneyland. I do not believe, or have I been on the Haunted Mansion? I have been on the Haunted Mansion. Okay, I think I've been on it in regular mode and in Nightmare Before Christmas mode. Right, because it's that easygoing ride where you're on a track and stuff like that. However, I'm not exactly such a nerd on it that I can remember everything about it. In fact, I have a little trouble with the Hitchhiking Ghosts remembering why they exist. I'm sure it's just an aesthetic thing. Aesthetic. Cheers. Loosen the tongue. But they're mascots, I suppose. And it does appear to me that there is a figure for them that traverses the board. And I've seen a little bit about the game, but not enough to truly know a whole lot about it. But, I don't know. Should we just go ahead and open it up? Should we get started? Let's just get started. What do you say? People in the future are going to get sick of waiting. And really, we're going to have us a little moment here, and we're going to have fun, but it's really the years to come where people are going to end up watching this video more. So they're going to want me to get to the point, I expect. All right, shrink wrap, always the first thing to go. Okay, well, this also has the name Prospero Hall on it. It says Game by Prospero Hall, and they're like a collective of these different designers, and they create all these wonderful games. We've reviewed some, and they do amazing work, but it seems to me that they fall into that category of games that go to Target that have stickers on the side, and that's why I bring it up now, because shrink wrap is great. I mean, we recycle ours, because try to be helpful to the world in the ways that we can. Oh, direct hit. However, when you've got those stickers on there, Yeah, they stay. You give them a slice, and then you get inside, but then you forever have 4 stickers on the sides of your games, and collectors just really don't like that kind of thing. And I think I can speak for most of them. So I prefer the shrink wrap, but I understand that it creates waste. So do stickers. Probably not as much though, but I wouldn't know. So it says Disney's, where it says Disney, The Haunted Mansion, Call of the Spirits game, Serpents and Spiders, Tale of a Rat, call in the spirits wherever they're at. Disney's beloved The Haunted Mansion comes to life in this ghostly game of spooky spirits. Roam the endless hallway in order to contact the happy haunts that reside in the mysterious manor's many rooms. Enlist the help of Madame Leota in the seance room, but avoid the hitchhiking ghosts who move around the mansion, haunting visitors with their ghastly appearance. Sounds familiar. Become too haunted, and you just might end up becoming the mansion's next resident. Means you stay there forever. But rent-free, I'm guessing. So that's not so bad. It's got the contents list on the back. And if you've ever watched one of our things like this before, you'll know that I seek those out. And I always like to know immediately where they are. And this is on here, which is a good and terrible place for them, because once I get this open, it gets a little more difficult to move, but, there it is. Anyway, see a few more people in here, so cheers to all of you. We are just drinking and opening games. Hope you're, doing some of those things. Or possibly something better. Who am I to say what you should be doing with your evening? I assume it's evening where you are. No, it's not quite evening. Let's see. I can't access I guess it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon here. I'm just used to other people being in other countries and other coasts and things like that. But anyway, that's irrelevant. I'm going to take my look inside. And I don't know if I can put this anywhere where it will stay. Ooh, that's neat. First of all, it's got a ceiling view inside. And it does occur to me that when I went to this particular attraction, there was kind of a look-up thing going on. And my memory is awful because this was a long time ago, but it was something like that. It does kind of look like Jack's compass, though, doesn't it? It's got that stop sign shape. All right. Well, that's going to go to the side. All right. Well, we start right off with instructions, like almost every game ever. Ages 8+, usually can go lower than whatever they say. 2 to 6 players, so not soloable. But I was perusing some videos. We didn't used to do that. We do that now, though, just to kind of get a sense for what's going on, in case there's anything that I should be bringing up. But it doesn't make us experts on it either. I've not played this particular game. Sometimes I unbox things that I have experienced. Mostly that's not the case. 94% of the time, it's news to me. But there was dueling and competition, that sort of thing. So I would imagine that's why it's not soloable. And solo games are the new sliced bread, and everybody wants to be able to solo their games. And I definitely get it, and I appreciate that myself. However, some experiences just, can't work that way. There's no solo tennis, Sometimes you need an opponent, and you need that kind of iron sharpening iron competition. Anyway, that was a tirade. It says 30 minutes. Now, whether that's true or not, who knows? I don't think I've ever met a time estimate on a game that ever really checked out, so who knows? But we're going to take our look inside. Oh, hi, we've got a person blowing through here. I see ya. All right, she's just come to not bring me drinks. I'll stick with this then. Anyway.
Wenchery.
It's Miss Butterscotch. Haven't seen her in forever, Well, that's why, because she's now just a voice. She's a helper behind the scenes, an unsung, mysterious hero. All right, mateys. Well, we're going to venture inside and see if there's anything we need to know right off the bat. We've got, a much better contents list First of all, that's going to be a big help. Good for us. Setup, of course. Objective, how to play. Event phase. Continued action phase. Scoring. Ghost cards reference. Yeah, that's going to be handy once we get into the cards and such. Oh, it's fine now. Can always be better. Off-camera wenchery. I do recommend it. All right, well, that's it for the book for now. I'm going to come back to it. But there is lots of cool reference stuff going on here. It's going to come in handy very soon. Aye, thank you very much. Cheers to you, and cheers to anyone out there who's still watching. Kenny Rodriguez, ahoy, and cheers to you, matey. And great night and party games still lurking about. At least he was not too long ago, or she, I'm not actually sure. There is no actual user icon avatar here to give me any kind of clue. But cheers, whoever you are. All right. She is. It's your first time ever unboxing a Disney board game? Good question. Technically, I unboxed a Star Wars card game. That counts, right? Other than that, I don't know. Too many unboxings. I can't remember them all. Now I'm thinking, though. Disney. I'm sure I've unboxed Pirates of the Caribbean stuff. I mean, there's no way that hasn't happened. So there is that. In fact, I did a Jenga not too long ago. Even though it doesn't really count. It was like this speed unboxing thing.
Villainous? Did you unbox that?
Villainous, I did not unbox. But we did kind of talk about it. We didn't exactly review it or walk through it, but we did kind of talk about it. That's all I can think of off the top of my head. So here's the board. This thing is got a circular thingy. Oh man, the lighting is terrible. I can't exactly do my peek through on that. But it's got all the different rooms and stuff in it. And the back is just flavor. In fact, this is kind of neat because I seriously doubt this is part of the game. They could have just left it black and kept it cheap, but instead they decided to put cool graphics there because they love us. Yes it is. Yes it is. Oh man, I am absolutely getting tangled in cobwebs, and they get caught in my rings, and they get caught on my mustache. Why do I do this? Right, October. Halloween is coming. Hope you all have fun plans. I'm probably going to be working the entire time there, trying to get these Treehouse of Horror videos out, and these things also. I've got a queue, finishing up some Zombie Dice stuff, and then I've got this one and Five Nights at Freddy's that I unboxed earlier. I mean, a week ago. All right. Yar. Let's see. So these, I swear I just saw Becca Scott showing these off, and they are kind of, you can do a bidding thing where you put a couple of tokens in your hand, and then you all open at the same time and show whether you had 1, 2, 3, 0, whatever. And this seems to replace those. So talk about putting production costs into things that could have been replaced easily. They could have just said to do that. It's like put a couple of, any objects, bottle caps, coins in your hands and show them off. No, they made a very well illustrated kind of rotating, what would we call it? It's a bidding machine is really what it is. It's like it's going to track the amount that you bid. And I'm under the impression that here they are right here. That there are these things that kind of accumulate and you want the most points, but you also want to bid them to get other things or, I don't know, something like that. I'm not reviewing the game. I'm not walking through the game. I'm just opening it. And I'll get to those details later. But these are for bidding, as far as I know. I mean, they're for bidding. They're not for bidding. Maybe they are. It's kind of a creepy concept, right? The steampunk thing. I don't get mad at much. In fact, there's plenty out there that I would have gotten mad at. I just don't have it in me. I'm a pirate to be happy, darn it. I'm not into depression. At least not as far as the average person is concerned. All right, publicly is what I meant to say. It's not good to be depressed publicly unless you actually authentically need help, and I'm fine at the moment. Thank you for asking. Hope you're well as well. Anyway, that was a segue. This thing, as I recall, goes in the middle of the board. I shall demonstrate. Let's see. So this, it would set up on the table like this, and then this guy, it's got that little bump on it. So it goes like that, so it can kind of rotate and connect the rooms in different ways when your character piece is on them, or I don't know, something like that. It's neat though. I kind of like those little innovative features that they put into a board game. It kind of keeps them interesting. All right, so these, as I understand it, are player tokens. I do believe you're called guests in this. Components, pre-assembled, absolutely, and don't we love that? I ran into something like this, these counters for Five Nights at Freddy's, and they just came like this in Ziplocs. It's like, yay, we can just play, and how great is that? There are people who paint miniatures, they build custom terrain, you can get those broken token inserts, and you can, really separate things out. You can make a hobby out of an individual game once you've decided that you love it that much. But to be required to do these things even to play, yeah, and I'm not saying it's that hard to put together a counter, but sometimes you have to put so many things together that it really slows you down. So I appreciate any work that they do for me, personally. Big fan. Big fan. All right, well, my hands are covered in mummy wraps, but you can kind of see, oh, and I picked the, there goes that one. So much for the gray one. All right, well, let's go yellow now. All right, you see this. It's a kind of a gargoyle-y kind of thing. It's got bat wings, and the fact that it's on a pedestal kind of leads me to believe that it is meant to be sort of a bust that you might find inside of the waiting room, perhaps, at the Haunted Mansion. And there's gray, there's yellow, green, kind of a nice emerald green, too. Not like that weird neon lime stuff. Blends in well. Kind of a purple, a red, and a blue. So yeah, you've got most of your favorite colors here. I know some people like to play, black or just whatever colors that they're accustomed to, but yeah, there's quite a few. Let's see. Glad to be here. I was talking about me. What'd you say? Right, no, I'm not, there was nothing said to me recently that hurt my feelings, so, but don't worry, I'm hard to offend, and I don't remember anything that was a problem anyway, so you're fine, matey, you're totally fine. Ahoy there, who's this? Craftsman MC, and he knows my name, and good to see you, matey. Sounds like you're just passing through, though. And I shall have a great day, and I hope you're having one as well. And cheers to you and to everyone else lurking about in the audience. Cheers. Man, the spider webs are starting to close in. Almost like a bat. Yes, yes. Gargoyles are kind of made-up characters, so they embody the characteristics of many animals that we find somewhat disconcerting, that kind of creep us out a little bit. So it would not be weird to imagine that these are gargoyles and that's why they look like bats. So that's what I'm going with. And here is the other thing. It wants to fly. Well, there goes the green one. What about you? Nope. All right, one of you is gonna, there it goes. Ha-ha, there it is. It can fly, it can fly. Whoa. All right, if I'm gonna have spider webs everywhere, I kind of wanna just get some use out of them, so they're not just those things that attach to my hat, right? All right, there they are. Now they're everywhere, and you're gonna have to move though, because that isn't gonna work. Ugh, they're creepy, they're kooky. mysterious and spooky. Eddie Murphy is funny. That's right, it was a movie. They were going to make one with Guillermo del Toro, and that fell apart. But boy, they really led us to believe it was going to happen. I never saw the Eddie Murphy one. I always kind of intended to. I don't know what happened. Between here and there, somewhere I just got lost, I guess. Let's see. Tossing the crew overboard. Yeah, I know. I'm totally clumsy today. All right, so here are our Hitchhiking Ghosts. Yeah, they're semi-translucent. They're very light blue. It does not appear as though they glow in the dark, so I don't think that's a thing. But, you know, they're all one piece. And from what I saw, they just sort of move around the different rooms so that, I don't know, they mark something. Haven't played the game yet. All right, well, there they are. And they're a big draw. Excuse me, my goodness. Too much cheersing. And you know what I have to say to that? Cheers, mateys. All right, these guys are getting a little bit annoying, but on the other hand, I don't know. It's kind of neat. Oh, it's like an eye patch. It's like lining right up. All right, anyway. Candelabra. Kind of a Lumiere before he became memorable kind of thing. Double-sided. Some sort of token that moves around the board. The rest is just cards. Just cards. Unless there's something hiding under. Oh, these are all. All right, well, this is kind of unusual. The box insert is in pieces. So this, that. See what I mean? It's got. Okay, I kind of don't want to take this apart now. Is there a reason you would want to change the layout inside? Okay, well, in any case, this isn't all one piece. It comes out in various sections. Somewhat confusing. Yeah, who cares? I'm going to go with that. Oh, let's see. Plan for Halloween. I don't know if you're addressing me or the other people out there. I'll speak for myself. Our plans are kind of up in the air. And they're kind of dependent on me being able to land the video series that we're doing right now. This Treehouse of Horrors thing? I just found out that they just delayed the last episode of Simpsons Treehouse of Horror. We're doing 31 days of Halloween Simpsons, and the 31st just got bumped to November. So we're going to have to do something else for the 31st day. But I already know what it is, so that's okay. But it's still kind of annoying. That's why we did this at all, because there was 31 episodes to talk about. Anyway, that's a preview. See, you had to come here to get news. But then, once that's all wrapped for Halloween, we might just open the garage and scare the neighborhood kids with this sort of thing. Not that I expect there's going to be any heavy-duty trick-or-treating, and we're all going to be wearing different kinds of masks than usual, but yeah, there is no but. Let's see. You're just in time to catch.
So you did it on purpose.
What, these things? Oh, there's some on the floor. Do you see any?
If somebody turns this on right now, they're gonna be like scratching at their screen like I just did because I looked away for a second, came back, and there was a blue smudge right in front of me.
Yeah, I know. It's